What is up, guys? It is your Chronos here, bringing you guys a bit of a different type of video today. Bring you guys a BabyMetal Tag video. Basically, how I got tagged was there was actually somebody in one of my Skype chats that actually knew I was a huge fan, who actually has a fan that actually has a YouTube channel that actually is also a huge fan of BabyMetal. Basically, he supposedly made like a tag video. He actually got tagged or something himself and made a tag video, and he actually tagged me. His friend actually recommended him or recommended me to him for the tag, and I actually ended up got tagged. However, I do not know his channel. I tried looking for his video. I did ask the guy that I actually recommended me to him for the link, and he has not responded yet. So if I do find the link to his video, I will throw it down in the description. Also, with the creator, Kali Sakara, I think it was, of the BabyMetal Tag. I think that's who created it. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's pretty much who created it. Also, I did search the questions for the tag, so I have them all right here. Um, but hopefully you guys do enjoy this. Stick around till the end. That'll be awesome. Um, Definitely a huge fan, and probably my number one favorite band. A lot of you guys do know, so that watch me and know me. So, how did you find out about BabyMetal? The number one, or the first question. Um, Now, I'm probably not one of the longest BabyMetal fans than like most others. I've only been uh, a fan of them for like around 5 to like max like 6.5 months now. Um, Actually heard them from a friend. A friend actually recommended them to me. At first, I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Um, I really didn't like it at first, but then again, and a few days later, I actually ended up doing more research and a few more songs. Listened to a few more songs. I was like, "Hey, this shit's actually pretty damn good." Um, kind of started getting do some research, getting into the lore, learning who was actually in the band, stuff like that, and really interesting. And actually, that's how I really got into the band. Um, and that's why they're my number one fave band now. It just pretty much escalated. Um, Not really quite sure what else I'm supposed to say there. There's not really much else I can really say, but definitely my number one fave band. Also, my tag, the person that actually introduced me to him. Um, in the description for a tag video. I'm not quite sure. I'll decide everything when I throw this up. But what is your favorite album? Now, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a tiebreaker here. Metal Resistance was an insanely good album. Um, Along with the self-titled album, which was also insanely good. They all have songs that I really like on both of them. I'm gonna have to say a tie here. I really do not have a favorite. They both are insanely good for me, or good to me. Definitely going to be a tie there. I really don't have a specific favorite. I like all their albums, the self-titled and the Metal Resistance. I also know I think they had like a live album. I think I'm not quite sure. I think they had a live album as well. I have to go look the name up, but I'm pretty sure they did. Um, what is your favorite song? I'm just gonna give you guys my top 3 favorite songs from BabyMetal. Number one, Give Me Chocolate. Definitely my number one fave song. Um, that was I think it was the first or second song I ever heard from them. So it definitely stuck with me like the first time I heard them. I was like, holy shit, this shit's actually pretty damn good. And especially when I first heard of them, it was definitely something like an injection of um, injection of my music, definitely, because what I was listening to at the time was getting kind of stale. Listening to a lot of the same shit, and BabyMetal was definitely a shot of fresh air, definitely to what I was listening to at the time. So, Give Me Chocolate, number one. Number two would have to be Karate, probably one of the newest songs they actually had. And number three, Yava, definitely Yava. Um, I would do a top 5 songs, but I really can't put 2 more on there just because there's so many other good ones. Death would be up there as well. BabyMetal Death, a lot of other ones. Road of Resistance. Um, what is your favorite unreleased song? Now, I'm not quite sure if this song actually counts. Don't quote me on this song. But my favorite unreleased song is actually Kimi to Anime ga Mitai. Again, don't quote me on that if that actually counts. I'm not quite sure if that was actual album or if that was an unreleased song. But um, if it is, it is. If it ain't, then oh well. I do apologize for that. But um, on the next question, number 5, who is your favorite member? Again, I really don't have a favorite member. I like all of them equally. I think definitely all of them together make the band a lot better than each of them singly. I know a lot of people like Yui and Moa, and then there's a few Sue fans, but I really don't have a favorite. I definitely like them all as together. Um, Number 6, if you met them in person, what would you ask them? I don't know what I never really thought about this. I don't know what I would really ask them. Um, I'm just gonna move on to number 7, just because I really don't have an answer for number 6. I'm not quite sure what I would really ask them if I actually didn't meet them. I would have to like think about it before if I actually like met them. But if you spent an hour with them, what would you do? I definitely want to see what actually goes on behind the scenes. It's actually insane when they're actually live. It flows very smoothly and it's insanely entertaining to watch. I really want to see what happens behind the scenes, how they actually prepare for these live shows, and what goes into like writing these songs, and how did they actually produce these songs behind the scenes. That's definitely what I'd like to actually see if I had an hour. Um, what is your favorite piece of merch? Again, I really don't have any merch right now. I actually do not have any BabyMetal merch, even though I actually do want to go out and get some. Just never really had the money. I really don't have the money just to go out and buy that stuff right now, actually. Definitely with a lot of bills. Um, and be having to cut back on work lately just because of school and stuff like that. So, don't have any merch, don't have a favorite piece of merch. What do you love the most about BabyMetal? Um, Definitely that it's a bit different than most other things considered kawaii metal or stuff like that. I know it gets a lot of haters, which is I'm going to be going into on the next question here. Um, but it's something different that most people really don't like. It's definitely something that you really need to be into yourself, and um, definitely a very, very awesome band if you do eventually take a liking to them. What don't you like about BabyMetal? One thing I do not like is all the hate directed toward these guys. I know there is a lot of haters. Mostly it's gonna be like older generation that were around like around the 80s when Metallica, Slayer, and bands like that like Pantera were around. Definitely like the older generation directs a lot of hate at these guys, which is something that does kind of annoy me. But at the same time, BabyMetal is not for everybody. Definitely does get a lot of hate, which is one of the things I really don't like. I really don't like that they get like insane amounts of hate. They really don't deserve the hate, especially when they work their ass off, and they're not like all these other like rappers and shit that like lip sync on stage. These guys actually practice for this shit and actually go live, and they actually go 100% live. They have no auto tuners. They have nothing like that. I'm not quite sure if it's 100% like that, to be honest. But they go out there and they don't lip sync. They don't do any of that shit like most of these other rappers and all this other shit nowadays. It's one other thing I really do like about them. What is your favorite dance? I don't know why this question's even on here. What is your favorite dance? Um, I don't know. I'd probably have to say either BabyMetal Death dance or the Gimme Chocolate dance. Definitely probably number 2 or number 1 or number 2 there. Fave dance. I'm not quite sure otherwise. Or karate would be actually a decent one. What do you think of the BabyMetal community? Um, BabyMetal community is insanely awesome. Everybody supports each other. There's a range from like old fans to like all the way up to like new, like super young fans. Definitely a huge community, and they all support each other. They also back each other up against like haters and shit like that, which is something I really, really like. BabyMetal fans have each other's back in the community. It's not like some of the other communities where if uh, the fans are getting hate and like none of the other fans of the same band back them up. But BabyMetal, they're always together. The same fans back up the same fans, and everybody has each other to back and always together. So that's something I do like about the BabyMetal community. That is it, guys. That is all the questions. I did happen to search up for the BabyMetal tag, but other than that, tell me what you guys do think of this video down below. If you guys do want more videos like this in the future, like possibly like rap reaction videos, to like their music videos or something like that. It's not really gonna. I was thinking about doing like reaction videos, but I already saw like all their videos, so it wouldn't really be a genuine reaction. So let me know what you guys do think about that in the comment section down below. And if you do want more videos like this in the future, let me know and subscribe, and also drop a like on this video. That would be really helpful. As for the people I do tag, I have nobody on the top of my head right now. If once I do upload this, maybe I'll have a few people. I'll throw the links down in the description along with me saying that I tagged them for this. But as of right now, I have nobody on the top of my head. But yeah, other than that, hope you guys enjoy this. Again, let me know what you guys do think of this, and if you guys want more content like this about like reactions to BabyMetal or stuff like that, or like on the news. Like recently, they have they actually have their own Warner Brothers animation confirmed. So let me know what you guys want to think. Maybe I can do like reactions or stuff like that to the news. If you guys would watch that as well. But other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. Hope you guys enjoy this. See you guys in the next video. Peace.